Hey, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hi, everybody. I'm a couple seconds early, but if I'm not early, I'm late. That's how it goes. Uh, I've been working on trying to test some things out with Restream to get just to try some things, and I don't know. So hopefully it will go well. Um, so many things to learn, so many things to learn, as if I don't have enough on my plate and enough things to try and enough things going on that you add one more thing to my plate and here we go. But I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I think that this is something I'm really gonna like doing. I think that it'll be really good um, as we grow, as I grow, as my channel grows. Um, so yeah. Um, so it's my birthday. I'm 40 again. We like 40. I'd rather be 30, but I don't really think I could pass for 30. Maybe could pass for 40. Doubt it. I don't know. I kind of love the sun, so it has not been my friend, but that's okay. That's okay. Um, so I decided that last weekend I was cutting some stones and I was working on a lot of Snowville Variscite and a bunch of turquoise and different things. And so I got this harebrained idea to do a little mini collection. And I started, I don't know, I probably had 15, 18, 20 stones that I was doing and did not get that many done. But that's okay. Um, it was still fun challenge. I did get quite a few stones done, but not as many pieces of jewelry, which is okay. Um, because it was a fun challenge. I ended up getting, so I did earring pairs. I did 4 pairs of earrings and 4 pendants. So that's 12 total pieces in 2 days. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. So yeah, I kind of was proud of myself on that one. But anyway, hope everybody else having a good day. It was beautiful here. I love it. I've been going outside um, a couple times a day, taking little breaks here and there to go out and watch the hummingbirds, and the lizards are starting to come out and soak up the sun. It's been beautiful, beautiful here. I kind of live for the sun. I know it's bad for your skin and all that stuff, but can't help it. I was a 80s teenager. We laid out with baby oil in tinfoil lined boxes. So anyway, so let's get going. Let's get started with this. So I'm going to try something new. I took really good pictures of these pieces that I did, and I'm going to try this split screen here where I will show the pieces, and if somebody wants to claim it, we'll send you a link so that you can be able to buy it right through the link through my website. So let's see if we can do this here. Aha! Look at that. Look how fancy I am. I'm not. This actually took me a little bit of time today. So the color is a tiny bit brighter. They're not quite as neon green and bright yellow, but they are a yellow and green Variscite. This is called Sunrise Australian Variscite, and it is absolutely stunning. Um, so beautiful. And what I did with all these earring pairs is I used a lighter, less heavy gauge silver for the back plates and stuff on these so that they wouldn't be heavy. I love big earrings. I love to be able to wear big earrings, but oh freak, they get heavy. They get so heavy. And I can't wear them for very long. I have some earrings that I've made myself, and after a little while, they just get too heavy and I have to take them out. And so I'm a big crybaby. I don't know if it's a just a thing as you get older, that's the case. Man, I used to rock some big things. So these are set in fine and sterling silver, Australian Sunrise Variscite. So, so, so pretty. And these will be available only tonight. Um, and then they will not be available anymore. I can't tell if anyone's here or not. If you're watching, type me a little message so that I know that you're here. That would be really fun for me. So that I don't feel like I'm just sitting here talking to myself. I do talk to myself a lot, so there's nothing new there. It just happens. Some of my best conversations are with myself. But anyway, or maybe, maybe nobody's there and or nobody wants to claim that they're here. So however that looks, I don't know. Anyway, so this first set of earrings, again, Australian Veracite, beautiful, beautiful, 225 for the pair, which I have to tell you guys, that's pretty incredible. People get funny about earrings being expensive, but if you think about it, that's 2 full settings right there. So that's like doing 2 rings. Hey, hi, Linda. Wisconsin. Ooh, are you cold there still? I bet. Uh, anyway, so these are gorgeous. They're truly cool. I really love these. I tried to do some that were similar, so it was kind of this fun feel of what I did. But that's this pair. I'm going to see if I can add a different picture. Now I know that there's a way, so that's what those are. 225 for those. Let's see if we can add another. Still cold. It's kind of cold everywhere. I forget that often, that it's still cold other places. I have some of my kids are up in Idaho Falls, and I love to tease them. I'll sit and take pictures outside when I'm sitting outside in the sun watching the dogs play, and I'll be like, so are you sitting in the freezing cold? Is there ice everywhere? Yeah, crazy. Okay, so I'm going to replace that. We're going to move on to the next here. Next up, ooh, let's do these. Let's see if I can do this. Da, 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 da. Ha! Look at that. Gee, that's so fancy. All right, this is another pair of turquoise. These are stunning. This is Hubei turquoise that comes from the Hubei province in China. And these are gorgeous because it's that deep olive green with like this red brown matrix, and there's orange in some of the turquoise, and surrounding the little edges of some of that green is this light blue. So I used some tiny, I keep pointing to the picture like you guys can see, beautiful little Kingman turquoise at the bottom. And these are just really pretty. They have the hammered back piece there that sits underneath, with the 2 gorgeous little Hubei turquoise there. And these are also 225 for the pair, and beautiful, again, lightweight so that they don't pull on your ears too much. And these are what's called a split pair. Sometimes when you have a thick piece of turquoise or a stone, turquoise often comes in either like a little clamshell or little nuggets. But when you cut it and you split it open and it sits side by side like that, the pattern mimics each other, and they call that a split pair. So that's what these are. I try to do that with most earrings because it makes them, they just look really cool. Sometimes you can get away with something that doesn't have a lot of pattern. You can put, just do something that's similar, but split pairs are so beautiful. So these are Hubei and Kingman turquoise, set in fine and sterling silver. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. And these ones are littler. The Hubei turquoise themselves, probably about the size of a dime. And yeah, these are available tonight and tonight only for my birthday. So if you're interested in those, just speak up and we'll send you a link for those. Let's see what we got next here. I'm getting pretty fancy here, being able to do this. So we're gonna grab another pair here. All right, up next. Ooh, these ones are cool too. I love these. Can you tell I like the stuff that I do? These. Okay, so these are showing up a little bit brighter of a color, but I like to call this turquoise. So this comes from Treasure Mountain in China as well. Chinese turquoise can be so incredibly beautiful. Truly, truly beautiful. And this has such a unique pattern and color. Emma cut these little shields, and they're a split pair as well. And the bottom circle part underneath the shield itself is kind of curved, and is sterling silver. It's got a hammered texture on it. And yeah, those are beautiful. I love those. And again, these are available only tonight for my little birthday sale, and super fun. I love these. These have a serrated tooth edge bezel on the bezel wire. Um, let's see what else about these. All sterling and fine silver. Even the ear wires are sterling silver. So even if you have sensitive ears, like Emma has really sensitive ears when it comes to different metals. She can't wear any kind of pot metals or anything like that. But she can wear sterling silver. And I never have problems with anything. I grew up with garbage. We'd put whatever we could in our ears. And so I don't think that I have any kind of aversions to that kind of a thing. But these are $2.25 as well for the pair. Let's see what we got next. Next up, oh, these. These are Snowville Variscite. So these come from Utah. Snowville is one of the most incredible Varicites I've ever cut, truly. Cut a lot of stones. I've cut thousands and thousands of stones at this point. I love being able to cut stones for my own jewelry, and I have to tell you guys why. I've set other people's stones, and sometimes it's okay. A lot of people, so the part that goes around the stone, and then you have the dome. So you have the dome of your stone, and then you have the side. And that's what the silver wraps around, and that's called your girdle. And if you do not have a perfect symmetrical girdle, setting stones is wonky because you have to readjust your silver, the bezel, you have to move things around so that you can make it work and it looks nice. And it's a lot of work. And so Emma and I set out way at the very beginning when we used to stand shoulder to shoulder cutting for 8 hours to 10 hours a day, 5 or 6 days a week, to just create something that is so freaking close to perfect as you can get. I mean, some stones are harder to cut because they have different hardnesses throughout the stone, and so it gets a little bit tricky. But Snowville is a really hard variscite that takes a great polish. It usually doesn't need stabilized. The mine is no longer in operation. You can only find Snowville in old collections, and these were really cool. This is a split pair again, where this is cut down the middle and split open so that the pattern's similar. It can change a lot when you're cutting it, and so um, it doesn't always look exactly like it did when you started. So sometimes, especially because I like a pretty good dome, sometimes when I'm cutting pairs, I try to do a little bit lower of a dome so I don't lose that cool pattern that's there. And then these are beaded at the bottom with seed beads that matched the colors in the Variscite. And these are fine and sterling silver as well, with sterling ear wires. And these are $2.50 for the pair. So super cool, super fun. These were a fun one. I'd like to try some more with fringe, beaded fringe or different things. just kind of see. But anyway, let's pull up next. Okay, these were so fun. Now let's get into these pendants. This is some gorgeous Royston turquoise. Truly, truly, truly. Oh, it's taken a minute to load. Okay, so incredible. This is gorgeous turquoise. Um, that brown looks a little bit orange, at least on my screen. Royston has a beautiful earthy brown in with that turquoise blue. It looks a little bit more orange on my screen. Maybe on yours it isn't, but on my computer the color looks a little bit off. And then up here this is Kingman turquoise, so that it goes with this Royston turquoise. The back plate is textured on both sides. And then it's sterling and fine silver, and with sterling silver feathers. So there's a feather here on this side and a feather here, with a sterling silver rope. It's got a really beautiful texture. Hi, how are you? Um, I'm so glad to see you here. Really cool texture on the back plate of this one. And this one comes, let's see, this is Royston with the feathers on a 22-inch chain. And always can work out the details later about switching out chains. I like handmade chains on my big heavy pieces, but they can be really expensive because they take freaking forever to make. And so it does add a little bit more of a cost to this. But this one here on a 22-inch is just a beaded sterling silver chain. This one is 425. So very, very gorgeous piece. And I started, so you'll see the other one that I did like this. I had two Royston and two blackjack turquoise that were actually split pairs, and I was going to do earrings, but they were bigger. I mean, they would have probably been like this. They still weren't heavy, but I didn't feel like I wanted to do some pendants too. I love big chunky pendants. So this one is 425. Beautiful, beautiful. So let's move on to the next one. If anybody is interested, stop me. We can send you a link for purchase. I have them listed just tonight on the website. So these are only available tonight, and then they're probably going to a gallery if they don't sell. So let's do another one here. Next, let's do one of these blackjack turquoise. These blackjack, we got this blackjack turquoise from one of the miners who works for the Ottisons. The first year they dug this from the ground. And the very first dig that they did of the blackjack turquoise down out of Tonopah, there were greens and oranges in the black matrix, which is really cool. Now you see a lot of blues and different things, but to have that green and orange just is wild. I'm not sure if you can see my cursor on the picture. So it has a sterling silver backplate and a sterling silver leaf that goes here on the side with a rope that goes around. This is a dark olive green tourmaline, a 4mm tourmaline, and it matches the green that's in the turquoise so well. It looks so beautiful. And then these are 14 karat gold beads there on the side because it just looked so good with the yellowy orange that was in the blackjack. This one is on a 22-inch chain. And this one is 455 with the gold and the tourmaline and everything. And this is on a heavier back plate because it was a bigger piece. But stunning. I love this one so much. It turned out so pretty. All of these were so cool. They were so much fun to do. And it's funny because sometimes when I'm working, when I have a lot of pieces, I mean, everything's just kind of laid out, and I'm working on everything all at the same time. You can see kind of in my process videos, I kind of move through them step by step. But it's just so fun. My gosh, and everything went seamlessly on these. I mean, I didn't have any trouble at all. Sometimes I run into trouble and I have to walk away from my bench because it gets so frustrating, but not these. These were all awesome. Okay, next up, let's do another one of those Royston. Oh yeah, really cool. I think this is the one. The thumbnails are so hard to see. Oh yeah, this one. This one was really cool. It'll take a second to show up on here. So the back plate is textured sterling silver. This rope border that goes around this one is copper and sterling silver because it pulled out that beautiful brown that was in the Royston turquoise. And it just really looked cool. And then it's got a really cool patina all over. And then these are all handmade and silver leaves, sterling silver leaves. This one is on a 22-inch sterling silver bead chain. And it has little sterling embellishments here, little beads that these two bigger ones are stamped. Super fun. These were really fun pieces to do. This one turned out beautiful. I think this one might have been, even though I love the blackjack turquoise, I think a little bit better. This pendant itself, just, I don't know, everything about it just flowed really nice. I love the way it looked. I loved the copper and silver together wrapped around the sterling that showed that beautiful brown that's in the turquoise itself. And this one is for 25 as well, and on a 22-inch sterling silver chain. So anyway, super cool. Now let me pull out the last pendant, I think, here. Let's see. Okay. Oh yeah, blackjack. This was the other blackjack, and it was done in that similar style as the other one. So you can kind of tell that I went with this whole, I don't know, it's fun. These are hand done sterling silver leaves. They're textured and this one has is on a heavier gauge silver backplate, sterling silver backplate that's all textured and patinaed with sterling silver rope around the bezel, sterling silver beads, and this one is on a 22-inch sterling silver chain as well. And this one is also 425. So that is the end of what I did for my little collection. Super fun, you guys. This was so much fun to do. I just love to create. I don't sit. I don't like downtime. I like to be busy. I like to be creating and doing things, and doing jewelry for me. I don't know. I've always been a creative. I've always done some sort of thing. I have stories and stories and stories. But doing silver work and stones is by far the favorite thing that I have ever done, creatively speaking. Even as a business, it's not always easy. Sometimes it's super hard. You know, there are days that I get bummed. My poor marketing guy, there are days that I'll reach out to him and I'm like, the whole world hates me and nobody likes my stuff and I can't sell anything and this is depressing. Maybe I should get a job. Maybe I should go do something else. And then I have my little pity party and then I get back to work and I'll message him and be like, okay, I'm back. That's over. That was disgusting and I hated that. But it is so gratifying. Creating for me is such a space of more than just creation. It is like, I don't know, I get to take something, and a lot of the things we get ourselves from the earth. We self-collect a lot of materials, and even when we don't self-collect, we get stuff from the miners and or other people, and but cutting the rocks and working with something that comes from the earth, there is truly a cool energy in stones. And I always thought it was a little bit cuckoo when I very first started and I would hear people talk about it, but it's incredible. It is so fun to take a stone and slab it up into slices and then cut cabochons from it and then create these designs, and I put my whole heart and soul into every piece that I make, everything that I do. There's so much thinking and planning and drawing and working and starting over and moving this around and that around to try to make things work. And I am so lucky that I get to do this. And so it was just a fun thing that I wanted to do. Um, I am grateful that you are here. We have a lot of fun stuff going on the website for the next 14 days. So be sure to check it out. We're doing fun specials. Sign up for our emails, get on our email blast. We're doing some really cool deals. Like my videos, subscribe to my channel. I appreciate you all more than you know. I mostly talk to nobody but myself when I'm on here, and I'm okay with that. It is kind of that crazy thing, but I appreciate you being out here tonight with me for my birthday and looking at all of these cool things that I got to do. And, you know, have a great night, and we will talk soon.